What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. So, in the last video, we checked out real reasons why Charlotte Flair won the Women's Royal Rumble, but now we're going to check the real reasons why Jey Uso won the 2025 Royal Rumble. I actually called it. I've been calling it for months. People thought it was crazy, but it happened. But we are going to see what WrestleMania feels, the reasons why they gave Jey Uso the Royal Rumble victory. This one has been very split amongst the IWC. Some are for it, some against it. Some feel like, what was the point of him giving the Royal Rumble win if he just lost a couple of days ago? I can understand from that standpoint. They could have went with someone else. But I do think Jey Uso deserves the win nonetheless. I think he's been one of the very most popular guys in the company. And I feel like WWE were going to pull a swerve in one of the Royal Rumble matches, and it ended up happening and it being the men's. But we're going to see what WrestleMania deems as the reasons why he feels the WWE went with Jey Uso winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. So let's get into it.
Mia here, back with another video. That's probably one of the most shocking wins in Rumble history, yet it suddenly became one of the hottest Royal Rumble wins in decades. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at the real reasons why Jey Uso won the 2025 Royal Rumble. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Number 1. Anything can happen in the WWE. Now, if ever a match demonstrated that WWE still lives by the motto, anything can happen in WWE, it was in tonight's Men's Rumble. The event was packed with former world, secondary, and future champions, giving it a glow not many have seen in years. However, the real surprise was the finish, which saw CM Punk, Logan Paul, John Cena, and Jey Uso vying for supremacy. At that point, the only question in fans' minds was how Punk would win. That question, though, went out the window, or more accurately over the top rope, when Logan eliminated Punk. From there, things got even wilder as Paul was eliminated, leaving John Cena and Jey Uso to duke it out until Jey Uso emerged victorious. The fans have had many potential finalists for this year's Rumble, with CM Punk's name often mentioned, and rightfully so after the bill that WWE gave him heading into the match. Roman Reigns' name was also dropped, especially after he concluded his war with Solo Sikoa. Triple H and the rest of the WWE's creative team used this surprise win to remind fans the days of predictable matches are definitely over, especially for major events. Number 2, WWE.
Are the days of predictable outcomes no longer a thing? Because if it was, I don't Charlotte wouldn't have won if it was unpredictable. But I digress.
He realizes Jey Uso is over.
Yeah.
Wrestling fans and journalists have talked about how different WWE superstars have captured the universe's attention, creating a grassroots movement that leads to bigger things than initially expected. This has been seen with the rise of superstars like LA Knight, Dominic Mysterio, and Sami Zayn to previously unimagined levels. Such is the case with Jey Uso, whose singles run has been an unqualified success, with fans admiring Jey's willingness to leave the bloodline and forge his own path. While WWE fans have embraced main event Jey since his babyface turn, recent events have shown that Jey's popularity has quickly jumped to the rarefied air breathed by only a handful of talents, including Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Rhea Ripley. Jey's appearance on Raw this week was one step short of a Super Bowl celebration, and tonight's post-Rumble celebration was more than a victory lap. It was akin to a Roman triumph, where generals would be lauded for military victories. Okay, maybe not that far, but Cody Rhodes may have been the top merchandise move for 2024, but he looks to have big competition in 2025 as Jey's popularity grows even more. Number 3, Jey's win will create suspense for who he'll choose. Jey Uso gets to go to WrestleMania and challenge for a world championship. However,
that's a true statement too. But on top of that, I feel like what Jey winning, which was a cool decision, might add, it makes the Chamber a must-see show for both the men and women, because now we don't know who can challenge Cody. We don't. You could probably throw a handful of names in the hat. I mean, John Cena, he on the press conference, he said he's going to enter the Chamber, so you automatically would think he's going to be in there, and I think he's qualified already. So you have other people that can potentially be in there too. You probably have Roman Reigns. You probably have Seth Rollins. You have Punk. You maybe have a Drew McIntyre, or AJ, or something along the lines of that, or even a Sami Zayn. Those are different names you could potentially put in there. And even Randy Orton, I think those are different names you can put in the hat to potentially challenge Cody at WrestleMania, which makes it even more predictable because it's going to be a very stacked Chamber. This similar to what they said about the Rumble, how stacked it was with talent. The same thing can be said for the Chamber. It's going to be a stacked field, and I think the same thing you can say for the women and men. So, I think Jey Uso winning, I think, was a cool moment, and I think the crowd really, really loved it.
Who will he choose? His friend, undisputed champion Cody Rhodes, or world heavyweight champion Gunther? While Gunther seems like the obvious choice, especially after Jey battled the ring general at Saturday night's main event and felt that he came close to winning, the WWE's fondness for keeping fans in the dark means a babyface versus babyface match between Jey and Cody is very possible. While WWE can't say this for sure, the WWE will likely make fans wait before he chooses his opponent. Number 4, Jey's win pushes the bloodline. Jey's Royal Rumble win is another example of how the bloodline plays a significant role in WWE. It also shows how Jey is an important part of the bloodline, and while it may seem minor, Jey's win forwards the WWE promoting its special bloodline edition of 2K25.
You want to
Number
promote
5,
that.
it fuels more bloodline intrigue. Jey's win does more than remind fans of the bloodline's importance, it also may lead to more bloodline intrigue, something that WWE fans just can't get enough of. Just imagine what might happen if Paul Heyman or The Rock shows up and suggests to Jey that he gave his title match to Roman Reigns. While it's too early to turn Reigns or Jey heel, having The Rock act as a heel and coercing Jey into handing over his title could make for a very strong build to WrestleMania. However, other wrestlers might want main event Jey's spot, leading to our next reason. Number 6, Jey Uso is now public enemy number 1. Now, Jey Uso has never been more popular with WWE fans, but that's not the case with his fellow superstars. While some babyfaces will likely understand that the best man won the Rumble, that being Jey, others won't be so certain, and they may challenge Jey Uso to put up his WrestleMania spot on the line. Now, this wouldn't be the first time this has happened, and it opens the door for a new program to keep Jey busy until Mania, with Logan Paul seeming like a good contender. WWE could shake things up further and have Jey's challenger successfully steal his spot at WrestleMania. Number 7, Jey's win in any world title will create instant programs. Or will Jey Uso successfully use his WrestleMania match to win a world championship? And we're confident about this due to Jey's popularity and some of the other factors mentioned. Not everyone who wins the Rumble wins a world title at WrestleMania, but we have a good feeling about Jey. As we've already suggested, WWE has an instant program to keep fans guessing about whether Jey Uso will make it to WrestleMania to get his world title shot. And keep in mind that many programs can branch off from Jey's match at WrestleMania, assuming Jey wins the world title, and they'll have an instant array of people who want to wrestle him, with some of them merely wanting the title, but others wanting the title and a chance to punish Jey out of spite, with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins quickly coming to mind. Jey has made some enemies during his WWE career, and he's made some friends, and unfortunately friends have a way of becoming enemies when the world title comes into play, which creates even more opponents for Jey. On the off chance that Jey loses, which will likely happen due to an enemy robbing him of a big moment, Jey has another instant program. As number 8, John Cena's quest continues. Jey Uso's win was also about John Cena's quest for that elusive 17th world.
They teased this. They've teased potentially John Cena maybe be one of the few challengers for Jey in the lead up to Mania to really prove if Jey can really stand toe-to-toe with Gunther and have a quest and a true test that he can really be that guy. And I think that would be a cool narrative to tell going into Mania. You have, like he said, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre hates the bloodline, and he would do anything to take the bloodline down, and he would go to lengths to try to injure Jey to the point he might have to take his spot and go into WrestleMania to face whoever the champion is. You can have that narrative. You can have none other than Logan Paul. You can have Logan Paul feel a certain way and he says, you didn't beat me. You just threw me over the top rope. And then he says you have to earn it. And then he has to face him maybe at Chamber or something. I think they're going to probably go maybe do something similar to that. Because I do know Jey is advertised for Chamber. So what if that's him being in a match, or if that's where he's going to make his decision? We will see. But I do think John Cena and Jey Uso, I think, have potential to have a good match. Maybe if Jey Uso does win, this could be the potential match for SummerSlam or Backlash, depending on what dates John Cena does have available. But I do think SummerSlam is going to be one of those dates, and maybe even Money in the Bank. So I do think we're going to get this match at some point this year. And I think at that point, we can also see John Cena be a heel, which is something that they're teasing, especially with his promo and stuff that he did last night. Not last night, but at the Royal Rumble press conference.
Championship. Cena surprised naysayers with a strong performance in the Rumble, and if you watch the match, you know that WWE booked the finish so closely that Cena could have just easily won as Jay. But that didn't happen though, and Cena now has a tougher road ahead of him as he's made it clear he believes the Rumble was his best chance at earning the world title shot. Now, as John Cena just mentioned on the post-show press conference, he announced that he'll be competing in this year's Elimination Chamber match to secure a path towards an opportunity to become a 17-time champion at WrestleMania 41. So even though he lost tonight, he still gets an immediate spot in the chamber. The fact that John Cena says that he's main eventing WrestleMania is best for business and he's done with the goodwill and he deserves to main event Mania sounds like a heel move in all honesty. Number 9, Roman Punk and Seth will have to fight harder. Now, there were many superstars with egg on their face tonight, with tough guys such as Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu looking utterly dismayed at being eliminated. This paled, however, to the reactions of Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, each of whom essentially promised that they were winning the Rumble. That doesn't mean that any of these 3 superstars are out of the picture, but it does mean that they'll fight harder to get their WrestleMania main event, a match that's particularly appealing to CM Punk, who's never headlined the Showcase of the Immortals.
Yeah, that's going to create an interesting narrative because where does Punk go? Where does Roman go? Where does Seth go? 3 of your biggest stars don't really, their path to WrestleMania is very unclear right now. And I think that creates a compelling narrative going into Mania because we don't know what we could be getting. We could see Seth and Roman face each other because we've never seen those 2 face at WrestleMania. And a lot of fans want that match, including myself. But then we're just like, where does Punk go? And he still has that favorite. Punk still has that favorite, so he could potentially implement himself maybe in that world title match if Jay does go after any of the titles. I think that's probably the narrative we're probably going to see happen, just maybe. But I do think, based on what we've seen at the Rumble, I think Punk is going to be wrapped up with Roman and Seth leading into Mania.
Determination creates an instant build for Elimination Chamber as all 3 superstars will fight to make it into the match, and of course, try to win it. Fans shouldn't take anything for granted when it comes to who will win, especially after Jey Uso won the Rumble. Number 10, Jay's win generates hellacious heat between Punk, Reigns, and Rollins. Now, no one expected Jey Uso to win, especially CM Punk, Reigns, and Rollins. In their case, their hatred and rivalry with each other played a big role in their downfall, and as we saw after the match, things are only going to get worse between the 3. Seth and CM Punk can't stand each other, and that's clearly so with Rollins and Reigns. But now it looks like Punk and Reigns have heat, which should make for some big matches, possibly at Mania, but sooner rather than later. There's also the mystery of CM Punk calling in the favor from Paul Heyman, and whether this could lead to if these wrestlers begin feuding. And a worst case scenario. Now we've seen that Jay's unlikely win has already sent shockwaves throughout the WWE, and that there are many reasons for his win and potential world title win. One last point is that even if Jay loses everything, ranging from losing his Mania match to someone he puts it on the line against to help him lose the actual match at WrestleMania, Jay's win has elevated him further and created more opportunities for him to become even bigger. But there you have it, folks. The real reasons why Jey Uso won the 2025.
Even if he does lose, I think with him winning the Rumble, it's elevated him to a different stratosphere. And I'm looking forward to see what Jay is going to do as we head into WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to see what story they're going to try to tell with him as we head into Mania. Who is he going to choose? What if that being him facing Gunther once again, or maybe him pulling a 180 and going over to SmackDown and challenging Cody Rhodes? I think that could be a potential good match, and maybe we see Cody Rhodes double down to him potentially becoming a heel, which I would not be mad at. But we will see how that all happens as we head into WrestleMania. It's getting closer and closer by the day. I'm very excited. At the time we record this video, we have Chamber qualification matches that are going to be happening on tonight's episode of Raw. So we'll see how Chamber starts to shape up as well. But comment down below, let me know. Do you guys think Jey Uso should have won the Royal Rumble? Are you guys happy that Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble? Or do you guys think it should have been someone else? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys feel like it should have been someone else, let me know who it should be and why. But with that being said, super kick that like button, helps my channel get pushed across the platform so more people can see what I'm doing here on YouTube. Super plus the post notification bell so every time I post a new video, which is a reaction, a rant video, live stream, any type of video, you can be a little bit things when I do drop a video. But with that being said, hope everyone has a great day, a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.